everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So they say in YouTube, if your audience likes one video, then you should double down on it and make another one. Which is why I'm not making a S22 Ultra video today, because that one did terrible. Nobody liked that one. So I'm here today with the Pixel 6 Pro. Surprise! That almost slipped out of my hand. That would have been bad. I just bought this today. So I got another Pixel 6 Pro. This is not my original one. So if you've seen my videos before and you wondered whatever happened to my Pixel 6 Pro, some of you know. Long story short, I let another YouTuber borrow it a few months ago. They were supposed to return it to me after a couple of weeks, and then they did not, and then they disappeared, and now they don't make videos anymore. So up until I bought this one today, I didn't have a Pixel 6 Pro. I have one again, and there are compelling reasons why. So this video is 5 reasons why I like the Pixel 6 Pro better than the Pixel 6. And the first one is the camera. So the camera on here is a better facial. So the front-facing selfie camera on the Pixel 6 Pro is quite a bit better, I think, than the Pixel 6. Now, the one on the Pixel 6 is okay, but there's been a lot of complaints about it, and of course, yes, I don't think it's the most amazing one in the world. It's definitely not as bad as the one on the OnePlus phone, or the one on the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III, but the one on the Pixel 6 Pro I think is pretty darn good. I think that they've stepped up in that category, and that's one distinguishing factor on the Pixel 6 Pro versus the 6 that gives me an extra thumbs up. That's a compelling reason. So especially if you like to make TikTok videos, you like to make your Instagram reels, you like to do your Snapchats and all that stuff, the Pixel 6 Pro is where it's at in the selfie camera department. So I got to give them a thumbs up there. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, the design. I absolutely love the curved edge design on here. The curved edge display, the ergonomics on it. This phone feels so good whenever you hold on to it. And there's only been two phones in the last year that I've been so tempted to carry without a case on them. One being the S22 Ultra, the other one being this guy. And say what you will, some people do not like the way this phone looks. I absolutely love it. I really like the redesign on it. I did not like the way the Pixel 1 looked. I did not like the way the Pixel 2, the 3, or the 4. I always thought they were kind of cheap and plasticky, and that whole industrial composite minimalistic thing just really wasn't working for me. Like, it just was not, it was not my particular flavor. This I like, and one reason is because you get the camera bump all the way across the back. This camera module, it allows you to place your phone flat down on a table and type on it, and it doesn't wobble, which is something basically every phone in the last 10 years has done. So I like that a lot, but it's got a beautiful display. The ergonomics are great. This is a classy looking phone. I think so. So reason number 2, the ergonomics and the design. It looks good, it feels good, and it is functional. So the third reason I like the Pixel 6 Pro over the Pixel 6 is this guy back here on the camera itself, is the telephoto lens. You wouldn't think that it makes that much of a difference, but here's the thing. And I made a video about the Pixel 6 primary camera. It has a really big sensor. The camera, really big sensor, so that means when you get up close to things, it doesn't take good photos. They get blurry. It has problems with the focus, especially trying to get the entire object into focus. So the workaround for that is you stand off a little bit further and then you zoom in with the telephoto. The telephoto on here is top notch. Now, yes, you can't zoom all the way 100 times zoom like the S22 Ultra, but it gives you an extra level of elevation in your camera game to where you can do a really good job with taking some pictures, especially when you want to crop in, when you want to zoom in, when you want to try and reach out and touch something. That lossless optical zoom really does make a difference if you care about photography. So a lot of times I recommend the Pixel 6 over the 6 Pro because that's not really important to a lot of people. A lot of people are like, look, point and shoot on the front or the back camera, you're good to go. And the Pixel 6 is perfectly fine for that at $599. It's a very, very attractive phone. So not necessarily a big upsell for everyone, but for somebody like me who does a lot of photo taking, especially with smartphones, I appreciate it. So that's the third thing, the telephoto lens. The fourth thing, I love the screen on here. The screen is better on here, mainly because you get the Quad HD Plus resolution and you get the 120 Hz refresh rate. That makes a difference. When you put them side by side, you can tell a difference. When you use them, you can tell a difference. And me, somebody who wants the biggest, the best, the brightest, the fastest, the strongest, everything. All those different accolades, all the niceties in life that you can get the maximum on a phone. Right here in the Pixel lineup. I love the Quad HD Plus resolution. I love the 120 Hz refresh rate. Those two things combined make this screen look brilliant, and it's really enjoyable to use. I mean, look at it. It's so nice to be able to use something like this for a phone. And not that the Pixel 6 is not nice. The Pixel 6 is perfectly fine, and it's good for a lot of people. But there's just something, let me adjust the brightness here. There's just something that's really special about this one, and this one's good. Like 90 hertz, 1080p, all that good stuff. But for me, top notch, this is it right here for me when it comes to this phone. And the fifth and final thing I like about the phone, it goes the extra mile. And hear me out on this, because there are a lot of different little nuanced details that you're going to get with this versus the 6 that make it feel special. One, you get the better camera on the front, which of course I already said is one of my favorite things versus the 6. But then you also look at the additional zoom you get because of the telephoto, which of course I already talked about. But then you get extra RAM. We're going 12 gigs instead of 8 gigs. You get a slightly larger battery, 5,000 milliamp instead of 4,600 milliamp, which of course you need for the Quad HD Plus and the 120 hertz refresh rate. But then you also get the bigger screen, the 6.7 inch versus the 6.4 inch. There's just those couple extra little things that add up. The curved edge display, the size of the display, the overall dimensions, the weight and the balance. And it just feels that much more crisp, that much more pro, and it really does feel like a pro phone. Like if you pick up the Pixel 6 and you use it, and then you pick up the Pixel 6 Pro and you use that, there is a definite difference between the two of them that really is tangible whenever you talk about a lot. And that's one of the things. When you go from the iPhone 13 to the iPhone 13 Pro, there's a difference. When you go from the S22 to the S22 Ultra, there's a big difference. Well, not only is there a price difference here, which of course $899 for the Pro, $599 for the 6, you wouldn't think that there's that much extra in the experience whenever you talk about all the little nuanced details that you get that tack on top of it. Sure, at the core performance, the Pixel 6 is going to be great for a lot of people. You're going to get a really good Pixel experience. You're going to get a really good, fun phone that has a lot to offer, especially at $599, that really undercuts a lot of the prices out there still even today. But if you want to go the extra mile, if you want the full Pixel experience, if you want the nuanced detail, if you want, and that's what it is, it's just attention to detail, a little extra here and there that makes it stand out and makes it feel special. That's it. So I gotta say, number 5 is the X factor, and the X factor is that nuanced detail that just makes it feel that much more special whenever you're using it. And I think that a lot of people who have the 6 Pro, who have experienced the 6, could probably say the same thing. It's just that little bit extra that goes a long way to make your phone feel that much more special. So those are the 5 things that I like about the Pixel 6 Pro versus the 6 that I think make it stand out, that make you appreciate it, that really go that extra mile, so that way you can enjoy the experience, because there is definitely a difference there in the $300 from the Pixel 6 to the 6 Pro. Again, a lot of times I say go ahead and get the 6. Save yourself some money. You may not care about a lot of that stuff. The Pixel 6 could be the nicest phone you've ever used, and you might be very happy with that at a decreased price point. But if you want the true flagship level experience, over the top, everything is top notch, that's what you get in the Pixel 6 Pro, and I appreciate it. And I've missed it because I haven't had mine for months, and now, of course, I went out and bought another one. I've got it again, and this guy right here, it's one solid phone. I really enjoy it. And also the other thing is, for those of you who pay attention to my videos, I don't know if you knew this behind the scenes or had an inkling in the back of your mind, but I updated my Pixel 6 to Android 13 beta today. Pixel 6 Pro is staying on 12, so that way I can cover both of them. And we can move forward, and I'll be able to cover both devices again like I did in the beginning when I had both of them. So there was some method to my madness. I didn't quite allude to you guys and let you know what was going on, but I had a surprise. So that's what it is. Now that's all I've got. If you have any questions, comments, sentiment, thoughts, feelings, please go to the comment section. We'll talk about it there. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.